Okay, so the right eye will be Huda Beauty and the left eye will be Bad Habit. It will be the Aphrodite. I've already showed you guys a clip of the shadow. So as you can see, the shades are not the same. So to do a transition color, I'm going to go in with Huda Beauty Saddlewood. It looks like Admire is the closest one. So I'm going to put Admire into my crease. And some of these colors don't even look exact, you guys. To tell you guys the truth, you got to find two 224 brushes, but your brushes ain't clean. You got to wipe it on your shirt. Okay, anyways, so I'm going to go in with Sandalwood on my right eye, which is Huda. I'm going to do a complicated cut crease today, you guys. I'm going to keep it extra. The Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette is one of my favorite palettes. I've hit pan on it on most of the colors. So this is definitely an exciting situation for me. I want to see if my fave palette wins or does Bad Habit win. So now I'm going to go in on the other eye and I'm going to go in with the color Admire. See how that looks. And let's see if it has any crazy fallout. Oh my god. Okay, why does Admire look really good on me? It's like, but let's see how it blends. Blending is the #1 concern always. I feel like pigmentation is much better on this side. You know, for me, pigmentation is very important in any color or any, you know, like makeup look, but also blending is really important with eyeshadow. So you can have a really pigmented shadow, but if it doesn't blend well, then I mean, we're gonna have problems. So far, it looks like this color is blending well. I do feel like it does have a little bit less of a gradient blend. Like the colors don't blend out as nice as the Huda Beauty one. The Huda Beauty palette blended out very seamlessly. I do not think Admire is the same color as Sandalwood. It's not. It's not the same color. It doesn't even look the same color. But this definitely complements my skin tone better than this one does. This has a very ashy tone to it. But I honestly think this side looks better. You guys tell me what side's looking better. I feel like it's this side. I'm going to take henna and I'm going to pop henna into my crease. Switching out the brush to a MAC 217 brush. And I'm going to take henna and I'm going to keep my eyes open. And I'm not going to go too high. So when you do the transition crease, it's like higher because I have hooded eyes, you guys. So I'm going to try to make sure I keep this color really low. Henna's always been one of my favorite colors. It's actually a very nice pigmented color. It goes on very beautifully. Never have I had any issues with it. It's always been a very pretty color. The color in the Aphrodite palette that looks the most like henna is this color Romance. So I'm going to go ahead and put Romance into the crease on the other side. And I'm going to see if this matches up the Huda Beauty one. The fallout is almost the same with Huda Beauty. But when you brush off, when you do this whole tap off thing, there's a lot of fallout right there. The blending on this side is amazing. Like the colors work really well together. On the Huda Beauty palette side, let's see how it looks on this side. I did notice that this color started to kind of change into a little bit of a different color. It changed into a more, yeah, this is not as, it's not as blended as I would like it to be right now. Not complementing each other as well. So they're not, the colors are not blending that well together. Okay. Okay, if you guys notice, the colors are not blending that well together. This is seamless and blended like perfectly well. But if you look on this side, they're not blending well together. Remember, this side is Huda Beauty. This side is Shop Hush. So Bad Habits, Shop Hush. So let's see. Am I enjoying this? No. right now I'm not feeling it. Almost like there's no longer a gradient. It just looks like one color. But you can still see the gradient on this side, but you can't really see that much of a gradient on that side. The sticking power of these shadows have not been that great. They definitely fade. They're definitely fading, and they're like almost fading to like a different color. So far, I'm not impressed with the color they're fading out to. They're not blending as well. There is some patchy areas, whereas this one, you see that it's nice and blended in. I'm putting in the same amount of color. Actually, I'm going in with more color on this side almost because I'm trying to match this side since, you know, it's gonna still be a look, but it's not happening. As you can already tell, coloring is very different. It's not similar at all. This side has a much more gradient effect. Now that I've put in henna just came out looking really nice. But this color Romance is not doing the same thing. And you can literally see that it's not sticking that well in certain areas. So it's like getting really patchy. So I don't know, you guys. We're not, still too soon to say, should you splurge or should you save? It's still too soon. We're going to go into the Huda Beauty palette. We're going to test out Truffle. So this is Truffle. I'm going to put that into my crease. And there's also Heartbreaker. If you can see, there's Truffle and Heartbreaker right there. I'm going to use those both colors into my crease. We're going to start out with Truffle. And we're going to only take this color and we're only going to concentrate it on the outside of my eyes. That's all. We're not really going to take it too deep in because this is just mostly like a transition color. Not a transition, like this is just to, I don't know, just add edge to it, deepen up the crease. Ooh, looks pretty. Right here, this is Heartbreaker. I'm going to take, oh, has a weird smell, from the Aphrodite palette. And I'm going to take that and just do the same thing on this side. And I'm going to basically pack it on. You know, it's black, so you got to be careful on how you pack it on. Ooh, it's not super pigmented. But even in the container, you could tell that it's not really a super black. It's kind of like a grayish black. Fallout is real though. No fallout already happening. Okay. But it still looks like a true black, even though at first it didn't look like a true black. As I build it up, it's starting to look very true black. But it's still having a little bit of blending issues. You can see. It's like patchy. Okay. The other palette that I used from Bad Habit was really good. I used the Aura palette from them and I really enjoyed that one. I liked that one a lot on its own. But I haven't compared it to the Prism palette. So I definitely need to compare it to the Prism palette. Ooh. Do you guys see how messy that got? Like really fast. Oh, it's so fucking patchy. Okay, let me try to get this black off from underneath my eyes. Ooh. Turned into a disaster moment. Like, do you guys see that? It looks crazy. Okay, I'm gonna try to like not put any more product in. And I'm just gonna try to blend it out. Oh my god. Why does it look like that? It looks fucking crazy. From Huda Beauty, which is this color right here. Kind of like dab it in. For me, these, I've had my palette for a very long time, like maybe like since last year, and I personally feel like these foiled ones in the Huda Beauty palette, they did dry out a little bit, like they're not as pigmented, they're really flaky, what they were when I first bought them, but they're still just as pretty. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save that side. This side looks really pretty. That side, I don't know, it looks unsavable right now, but let's see. So I'm going to go in with the color Sparks and see. Ooh, Okay, so Sparks feels really nice, but they're not 100. Huda Beauty side still, even though the textures ones are not that great, they still look better than these ones. I'm just shook on like how this can actually, like, if it wasn't so patchy, it's almost close to the side. Oh, the fallout is insane, you guys. Look at that. But they made it like more easier to use with the brush, because I know the Huda Beauty one, like using it with fingers is more ideal comparison. Oh my gosh, if you see how textured, yeah, this is a little bit more pigmented, but this slays smoother. This is hecka texture. Definitely not the same color. This is brighter, obviously. I'm going to clean up my edges. I'm going to use my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Enhancer, and I'm going to cut this area out so it can look nice and done up. Yeah, so this is the finished look of the eyeshadow. This side is the Huda Beauty palette. Side is the Huda Beauty palette. What do you guys think? I think it looks amazing. Super, super nice. And this side is the Aphrodite palette. I think it looks super nice as well. So in my opinion, I think these palettes both performed really well on their own. Now, if you ask me, should you splurge or should you save? I think you should definitely splurge. I just felt like when it came to blending, the Huda Beauty palette just performed really well. I didn't have any struggles using it. I felt like it was super easy to use. It's definitely beginner friendly, definitely professional friendly. It felt very pro and very high quality shadows. Your girl was just having a great time with it, and I have to say that the Huda Beauty palette is still one of my favorites, so I would definitely go with a splurge. Now, the Aphrodite palette, it was great, you guys. It didn't perform that bad, but the only thing is, if you get really close, you could definitely see a lot of patchiness and a lot of not super high quality bonding. That's what I want to call it, like bonding. Like the shadow doesn't bond onto your skin as well, so you do see a lot of patchiness and flakiness. But once you're done with the full look, I mean, it ended up looking really nice, and I mean, it almost ends up looking identical. You're just like, I just want to, you know, be able to achieve a look, then go ahead and get the Aphrodite palette. I felt like with the Aphrodite palette, I was able to get the same look, but it took me like 3 times harder because I had to blend longer and blend more. So if you're not someone who's super experienced with blending, I definitely would be using the Huda Beauty palette, because this is going to actually help you learn how to blend. This one is just going to get you frustrated, and then you're going to like walk out and be like, this is not for me. So you guys, my final verdict on these two palettes is definitely splurge. Get yourself the $65 palette. I'm sorry, I really wanted to root for the Aphrodite palette, but I can't root for something that isn't performing as well as it should. So yeah, but if you are a budget-friendly person and you just ain't about that life, and you ain't about that $65 life, or you ain't about Sephora life, and you're just like, give me the affordable shit, I'll get it together, I'll figure my own shit out, definitely don't sleep on this palette. It is definitely worth it. It was $12, so why not get it? I would get it if I was on a budget. I should be getting it because my ass is on a budget, but yeah, if you're on a budget, go ahead and steal this. So I would give them both a 5-star actually, but if I had to pick, y'all know I'd pick this one. But anyways, they both get a 5-star. They're both good for their own reasons. I think this is great for a $12 palette, great for pigmentation, great to use, but it's not the same as this. So it's a dupe battle. Splurge or save. These are not dupes. Okay guys, so that's the end of the dupe war. Should you splurge or should you save? And it was fun testing out these products against each other, seeing which one performs better. I will see you guys next week on the next video for the dupe wars, and it will be Kylie Cosmetics lipsticks against ColourPop Cosmetics lipsticks. So that's going to be really fun to check out, because I myself have been wanting to see what the hype is, because everyone talks about them being the same. So I will see you guys in the next splurge or save slash dupe wars. Don't forget to comment and like down below. Also, I'm on all the social medias: Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Glam by Runa. Everything, details are all linked down below. Everything I have up have on in this makeup look is all linked down below as well. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!